Good day, folks. Elrond has been absolutely exploding as of late. We were making videos talking about Elrond all throughout these ranges here, talking about how once we broke out of these ranges, we were likely to continue to see bullish continuation. And I was saying how this is a good long-term hold in my opinion. And I was saying right here we broke out bullishly. I was trying to ring the alarm bells. I was saying we're gonna reach $70, or at least it's likely. And you know, folks, I was wrong, I suppose, because what did we do? We reached well over 200 videos. So guys, in this video, I'm going to attempt to do some technical analysis on this, although it's difficult to do technical analysis on a straight line up here. But look, folks, you have to like, subscribe, comment, and share. Stay tuned to this channel. Hit that bell icon to be notified of new uploads, because you would have been tipped off to this massive breakout back when Elrond was below $40. So stay tuned to the channel, folks. Now, to talk about what is happening in the short term here, let's kind of take a look at our indicators here, get a sense of what Elrond is looking at here and what we're looking at. Let's begin by looking at the daily. Yeah, daily is extremely bullish. Everything's on the up and up. Although very concerningly, look at how overbought the RSI is on the daily. Very overbought, very concerning. So let's take a look at the 12. Aside from that, everything's bullish. 12-hour, only bullish thing we're seeing, or bearish thing, is that stochastic crossover, bearish crossover on the stochastic RSI. RSI, going for that leg down. Other than that, still kind of bullish, still in an uptrend. And see, we're not getting confluence of reasons, because look, the stochastic RSI now on the 6-hour has had a bullish crossover. For those who don't know, the stochastic RSI is great for understanding when we're going to have a shift in the trend, but not the extent of the shift in the trend. Because look, we're not getting a confluence of reasons, because this is bullish, but then we have a bearish crossover in the weighted MACD, regular MACD starting to tick down on the 6-hour. We're starting to see some weakness. RSI very much overbought, very much like making a lower high here. So we're starting to see some signs of some weakness. I'm definitely concerned. I'd definitely be wary of buying into Elrond at these prices. I would definitely really want to wait for a pullback. But let's keep looking at our indicators here, get a further sense of what's going on. See, we tried to have that bullish crossover and we couldn't. Very bearish, very bearish. So the stochastic RSI loves to go from overbought to oversold, back and forth to each extreme. And once we have a bullish crossover and we're supposed to go from one extreme to the other and we do not, that is a very bearish sign, because that's telling you price really didn't want to go that way. See, we tried to have a bullish crossover, we tried to have that leg up, and we didn't. We had a bearish crossover right after the bullish one. Very bearish to see. 4-hour, very bearish, very much overbought, bearish all around. Take a look at the 1. But see, on the 1 hour, starting to see some signs of some strength. MACD taking up, bullish crossover from the weighted MACD, bullish crossover from the stochastic. RSI, RSI is in a very interesting place right now, because we're kind of in a wedge. What do I mean by this? Look at this. RSI, very soon, likely to have a breakout. Whatever way the RSI breaks out of this wedge will be very telling for direction for Elrond in the short term here. So, kind of like, what's the main takeaway here? Well, the macro timeframes look very bullish, although we're starting to see some signs of some weakness. We're very overextended. The hourly timeframes are, we're starting to make lower lows. We're starting to get bearish crossovers. So, I could definitely imagine Elrond having some kind of pullback here, which I do think is very well warranted. We've been having an insane run up. I think a pullback is definitely well warranted. We're starting to see long wicks to the upside. Taking a look at the 6-hour, yeah, look at that, long wicks to the upside. Let's see, let's take a look at the 1. Again, yeah, long wicks to the upside. So a few things to note right now. We might be breaking out bullishly. Let's draw some kind of key support and resistance levels that I think we should be aware of here. So, we could be forming some kind of wedge / ascending triangle right now. So Elrond might have a little bit of a leg up within it here. We can definitely see a bullish continuation, folks. Like, the hourly looked like it wanted to have a little bit of an impulse up. But just be aware that we're extremely overbought. We've had a massive impulse. I would personally want to wait for a pullback. If I were looking to buy into Elrond and hold it for the long term, which, by the way, I do think buying into solid coins and holding them for the long term, I do think is the best strategy for making money. Because look, these coins are highly volatile. We could have massive run-ups and massive dumps in the short term. That's absolutely possible. That's why holding for the long term, where you avoid those short-term fluctuations, that short-term volatility, is the best strategy, because then you can capitalize on that long-term trend. So, if Elrond fell from 180 to 170, that's where I would look to start a dollar cost average And then aside from that, kind of 146 to 120, a lot of sideways price action, a lot of volume building up in these regions. So that's where I would personally look to accumulate Elrond if I were looking to do so. I do think this coin has a very good chance of continuing to do very well throughout the rest of this bull run. It's a very you know, it's a coin that plays in the smart contract space. It's a very scalable smart contract coin and platform that has a lot of hype behind it. I think this one will have a good chance of doing very well throughout the rest of this bull run here, but I personally would want to look out for a bit of a pullback here as well. If we can look back here at previous price action, I kind of want to get a sense of when we correct, where do we find support. So right off the bat, kind of the 100 EMA on the 6 hour and the 50 EMA on the 6 hour is going to act as critical support. I think more so the 100 EMA on the 6 hour, because as we can see here, once we pumped and dumped, we found support on the 100 EMA on the 6 hour. So that I think is going to act as like critical resistance and kind of like the, I mean, it's kind of the same thing, I suppose. 12 hour 50 moving average also is going to act as significant. I think it's going to be very, very important support for Elrond if we do get a correction. As well as we can see here, pumped, dumped, found support right there. So folks, those are my thoughts with Elrond. Make sure you stay tuned to this channel. If you want to support us, consider joining our Patreon. Patrons get a special Discord perks, and for certain tiers you'll get to join our VIP Discord group. So folks, link for that will be down in the description below. Thank you for watching and take care.